welcome back to the Hummingbird's Healing Toolbox. Kimtrese here. In this vlog, we are talking about transference. Transference is a word that we often use in the counseling world, but it also can relate to any parts of our lives. It doesn't mean that you have to be a counselor to use the word. Transference simply means transferring old feelings and beliefs from the past into our present relationships. And so, one of the ways that we do that is we recast people in roles. That's one thing I talk about a lot in my therapy sessions is the importance of not recasting, the importance of putting up the sign that says a position filled, right? Because what happens is we go through different things in the past. It could be mental abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, any type of trauma. It could be a car accident or whatever. And what happens is we take those feelings and beliefs from that unfinished business that we have from our past, and we recast those feelings on to new people that we have in our lives that have nothing to do with the issues that we endured in our past. So think about this. If I am a young girl and my father left me, right, which is true, my father was not in my life as a young girl growing up, so I had to kind of find my own way when it came to, men and dating and things like that. And so, because my father wasn't in my life, the little bit I knew about him, I would recast people in his role. So when I would date guys, they would maybe resemble my dad, or they had certain characteristics of my dad, right? And I would think like, oh, I really like this person because, they remind me of my dad. And I think in my mind that they're going to fulfill something in me that my dad didn't fulfill. But then when I start dating them and I realize this is not my dad, and I may start taking out some anger on them. And then the relationship becomes unhealthy because I engaged in that relationship for all the wrong reasons. I didn't feel whole. I felt like there was something missing, and so I searched for that in the guys that I dated, so that I could get that feeling of relief, that feeling of wholeness, that feeling of, so I could get rid of that feeling of rejection and abandonment. And I thought these guys would fulfill that, but they didn't. And so the relationships didn't last long because I thought I was going to get something out of it, and I didn't. And so that's kind of what transference looked like. In some cases, transference, in my own personal transference, I would start arguments. I would, curse guys out, be disrespectful, because I felt that they weren't meeting the need, that they weren't created to meet. Right? I was expecting them to make me whole. I was expecting them to make me happy, and all of those things that I was expecting from them. The original expectation came from my expectation from my dad. Right? I wanted my dad to meet those things. My dad should have met those things, and made me feel whole and validated me and things like that. But because that didn't happen, I transferred those unfinished feelings that I had from my dad onto the people that I dated. But it also could be not just people that you date. It could be the type of friends that you choose, the type of jobs that you choose, meaning the type of environment that you find yourself in. And sometimes we think, wow, I just keep attracting these same type of people to me, these same type of guys like I'm dating. I keep attracting this same type of friends. No, you're not attracting them. You're choosing them. You're choosing them based on your unfinished business from the past, and so it's easy for us to say that we're attracting them because it doesn't, it gets us off the hook for taking responsibility for what we're choosing. Sometimes we're looking for people to fulfill things in us, and they don't have the ability to do so. So this video again is just really to get you thinking. You can do some more investigating on the word transference and how it may be a reality in your life. I think it shows up in everyone's life differently. But I wanted to get you thinking about that because I know a lot of people do it unconsciously. Transference is a very unconscious thing. It's not intentional at all. It's very unconscious, and sometimes it's not pointed out for us, we don't really realize that we're doing it until we've been in our fourth or fifth bad relationship, until we've been in our fourth or fifth set of friends that didn't work out. So this is Kimtrese Slaughter. Thank you for watching the Hummingbird's Healing Toolbox. And remember, transformation is an inside job. I will see you all later. Blessings.